Okay, here's the second part of the video lecture for the syllabus. We pick up with attendance. It's on the back of the second page of your syllabus. I treat you guys like college students because you are college students. The schools sometimes ask me to police attendance, sometimes they don't. I'm not going to get into the habit of that. I've never had much of a problem with attendance in about 20 years of teaching. I did have some issues last semester in my psychology class with attendance getting low at the end of the semester. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to reserve the right to mandate attendance. If I see that attendance is getting low, and I'm not talking about school functions, things of that sort, people are just skipping class, which I know happens from time to time. If that becomes a real big issue, I will mandate attendance and assign points and deduct points. I don't want to be like that, and hopefully it won't have to come to that in this class. Ultimately, you need to defer to your Kanawha County Schools policies regarding attendance. You may be fine in my class missing every now and then, which I do not recommend as far as attendance goes, but at the end of the semester, what can happen is the school will catch you up, and they'll be like, oh, you haven't been in class for 3 weeks, and you could get in trouble with the school system, separate from the college, so just keep that in mind. Find a study buddy to swap numbers with. That way, if you miss class, you won't be horribly behind. My requirements are few. Cell phone use. I encourage you to bring your phones to class. I embrace technology. I will ask you to use your phones from time to time. Just don't be on them incessantly, texting and going to different sites and looking at videos and having a big old good time. That's what I don't want to see. I don't care if you kick out a few texts to your friends every now and then, 1 or 2 during class. I get it, okay, but just don't be on them constantly. And I will monitor that to some extent. Just be respectful with your phones. You can use them in class to look up stuff that we're talking about if you want to supplement your class, and I will ask you to bring them specifically from time to time. Respect the views of others and of your instructor. You must take the final exam to pass the course. Keep all of your return work. Invariably, end grade is a problem. It will dump my grades from time to time. You will turn something in, and then you'll know that you've had it graded, and then all of a sudden you're looking at maybe a dash or a 0 on end grade. Don't panic. Don't stress. If you keep everything, hard copies that I give back to you, or if you're emailing stuff, I will email you a grade back. Keep all of that in a file. Keep everything. You must do that. That way, if there's a problem, all you have to do is send me my email, and I'll know that it's yours, that I sent it. I have a way of tracking that. Or if it's a hard copy, bring it to class and say, look, Mr. Dean, you graded it. Here's your writing. You gave me an A. Easy fix. So keep everything. Very important. Late work, I will take late work up to a point. Last semester I had a bunch of stuff coming in on like the last hour of the semester. That's not fair to me or to other students because I don't have the time to grade 800 late assignments one day before my grades are due. So I will take late work up to a point. I will take off points, significant points this time for late work. The later it is, the more points I'll take off. If you get into the habit of turning stuff in late, you may not get it back very quickly. It may take a long time, especially if you're doing makeup exams. If you're missing assignments, turning them in late, it takes me a long time at your school to get stuff back to you. If you turn stuff in on time, I think you'll see that you'll get it back pretty quickly. The course description, we're going to be talking about various topics as an introduction to the field of sociology. I'll have PowerPoint presentations, there'll be in-class discussions, I'll have handouts and readings to give you from time to time. I'll send you internet stuff to look at on the internet as well. I'll vary that. My philosophy is pretty simple. I expect you guys to work hard, but I also hope that you'll have a good time. If you're going to be in school, you might as well have a good time being in school and learn as much as you can in a fun environment. Academic cheating, you guys who had me last semester, you've heard me tell my cheating stories. It's just not worth the risk. I'm required to go over cheating with you, if nothing else, on the syllabus. So just go to the college or university's policies, West Virginia State University website. Look up the possible consequences of cheating. It can range from from failing an assignment in a class to being kicked out of a class to being expelled from the university. You may think, well, I'm just going to state, big deal. This is just a class at West Virginia State. I'm going to Florida State or Duke or North Carolina or University of Southern California. I don't know. And you may think it's not that big a deal, but let me tell you what happened last semester. I had a huge issue with a little bit of a cheating scandal. I had students who were screenshooting copies of my test and sending them to students at other high schools, problem with that is my tests are different at every high school, so it wouldn't have helped. And the principal at a different high school presented this to me and said, look, your students at this school are sending your test to my students. I have proof. Here it is. Do something about it. So I had to. I get fired if I don't do something about a cheating scandal. So don't take the chance. Don't risk it. I mean, I've seen it all, and I understand the pressures to cheat. I did it some when I was in high school. Sometimes I got away with it. Sometimes I didn't. Just please don't risk it, because I have to deal with it. Okay? If you are a special needs student, let me know if you have an IEP or anything like that. I need to comply with the standards of your school and of my university, and I want to do that. So send me an email or find me confidentially after class. I don't like to give a course outline, because with a snow day, and then you've got a pep rally, and then we've got a sporting event, we're already behind. So just look through the table of contents in your textbook, again, that looks like this. If you want a really good idea of kind of where we're heading in the class, I'll keep you up to speed in terms of the topics that we're going to cover and when we're going to cover them. Again, you guys are adults. I'm going to treat you just like college students, because you are. You're adult. You're young adults. Just like in psychology, we'll be covering some things that are controversial. Some of the issues we'll cover include education, politics, race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, the legalization of drugs, a little bit of history, a little bit of theory. So, and also the methods of inquiry for this class. There'll be in-class lectures, certainly the PowerPoint stuff that we did last semester. If you had me last semester, we'll do some of that. I'll have some videos for you. I'll send you to the internet for some stuff. There'll be some informal debates. There'll be some journaling, just some different ways to keep the interest level up for this class. If you have any questions, obviously I'll be in class. You can always find me. You can email me if you want as well. And hopefully this will kind of catch some of you up on the syllabus if you were not in class last week. And that's the end of this part here. Thank you very much. Have a good day.